Hello, hello, boys and girls. This is Anders, of course, and welcome to another Battlefield 3 gameplay commentary thingy-dingy video. Hopefully you're gonna enjoy it. Just like I enjoy playing this game. Very nice. So I've gotten home from my parents' place, and now I can kind of start making a little bit more different kinds of videos again. Feels really nice because it's basically only been like one Minecraft video, and the rest has been pre-recorded videos. Just like I said, I would do pre-record a couple of videos of Far Cry and the Black Ops 2 Zombies and upload in advance, so you guys would have some videos to watch, even though I was busy stuffing my face with Christmas food. And man, it's been a really good Christmas. And I think I didn't get anything special, so I can't really spend an entire commentary talking about it. Basically what I got was money, I got underwear, and I got some t-shirts. I also got, I got some cologne, and I got Snooz. And this is actually what today's video is gonna kind of be about, because it seems to be a lot of misconceptions about it, and I kind of want to clear it up, and also at the same time kind of do one of those the Swede box videos again. Kind of like when I read one of the emails you guys have sent me. Probably gonna be a nice little link to or not link, but the email address is gonna be in the video description. I think it's like Anders brevlåda or something like that. It's basically Swedish for Anders mailbox. But anyways, it's probably gonna be in the video description. Tjenare Anders. That is Swedish for hello there Anders, or how do you do, or whatever you want to call it. I'm looking on all of your videos, and I like them very much. I'm wondering when you started to snooze and how your first snooze was like, and what you think about snooze in general, alltså i allmänhet, inte märket. Hope you use this question. Svenska eliten. Basically Swedish elite. And the last part, alltså i allmänhet, inte märket. That means basically in general, not the brand. So yeah, it's kind of, there's a snooze brand called General, and that's general, like general in the army. But first off, I actually would like to talk to you guys, basically tell you guys exactly what Snooz is. Snooz is a tobacco product. It simply is tobacco that you have grown for, I think, like 6 weeks or some shit like that. It grows and then you harvest it, then you dry it, and then you pasteurize it. This is the big difference between Swedish snus and chew. Chew, you ferment, and that basically that's what you do with beer or alcohol and all kinds of. That's basically what stuff is doing when it's basically rotting, but in a controlled environment. And this is the difference that basically makes sure you don't get cancer, or at least haven't been proved yet for Swedish snus. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure you don't, but it's not a product that's good for you, but it's a lot better than chew, trust me. So chew is fermented, and snooze is actually not fermented. It is actually kind of barbecued in an oven to actually kill off the germs instead of letting more germs into the snooze, or the tobacco in this case. So that's one of the big differences, and then you simply add to this mix basically conservatives that keep the water into the snus. You put in water, salt, and I think a few chemicals that also not only keeps the water in. Excuse me. Not only keep the water in, but also make sure it doesn't rotten, but also enhances the flavors. So a little bit of chemicals, of course, so that's why I say it's not a good product. It's not something you should buy and use, but it's a lot better than using chew or using cigarettes. It's not something you should start with, so I just want to point that out. But back to the email at hand and the questions it had. When I started using Snooz for the first time, I was actually 18, and I've tried it a few times before that. I never really liked it that much, simply because when you try snus for the first time, usually what happens is that you get extremely sick to your stomach, and about 90% of everyone that tries it has to puke, especially if you keep it in as long. Basically, snus, you're not really supposed to make it super wet in your mouth, so it kind of it gets watery and you have to spit and stuff like that. Snus is not like that. You're basically supposed to take it out when it kind of becomes like that. Some people don't, simply because they don't want to waste snus for no good reason, but it's not like chew, where you basically have it in your mouth and you like spit all the time and all stuff like that. It's a much more clean product to use in that way. And don't think I'm like trying to make snus look good. I just want to educate you guys so you don't think snus and chew is the same thing. It's absolutely not the same thing. It's a wildly different thing. It's like saying Coca-Cola is the same thing as Fanta or Pepsi. They're similar, but they're absolutely not the same thing. Snus and chew is a lot more different than Coca-Cola and Pepsi, by the way. That was a horrible. It's like saying Indian food is the same as Chinese food. That's kind of my point. That's more accurate. I mean, both from Asian part of the world, but it sure as hell isn't the same thing. So the first time I used snus, or tried a snus, was actually when we kind of had a movie night at my place, me and my friends, and one of my friends were using snus at the time, and he still is actually, and he offered to let me try one, and I've been eating a lot of popcorn and drinking a lot of cola, so when I tried the snus, I kind of felt not so very good at first. Kind of started feeling a little bit dizzy, a little bit lightheaded, and that's kind of what happens when you get the nicotine into your bloodstream. You kind of get a little bit dizzy, and then a minute later, I kind of become really sick to my stomach. Like I'm feeling like I have to puke, and about 30 seconds later, I'm running to the toilet. I'm puking up basically something that looks like corn porridge, because I've been eating so much popcorn and I've been drinking so much Coke. It's basically like a slurry of popcorn and Coke that comes up, and yeah, it's not good, but gradually, I try it a few more times, and gradually it kind of grows on you after a couple of times, or not a couple of times, but maybe like a dozen times would rather be it. And I noticed that it had a very good effect on me in the way that I become a lot more calm and collected, and I don't get as much of a stomach ache actually when I'm stressed, because I get these horrible stomach aches whenever I get stressed doing work and stuff like that, and basically it helped with that. I'm not saying this will help everyone, or I'm not even saying this is true, but this is how it affected me, and that's why I kept using it, even though it's pretty expensive and it's not really good for you. So bottom line, guys, don't use snus. I'm happy to tell you guys stories about it and tell you guys what it is, but it's still not a good product for you, but it is better than smoking and using chew. I would like to say that. So smokers, I suggest you try snus. As usual, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.